When someone starts looking for a hair transplant using a financial tool like a budget, meaning they have a fixed amount and do market research based on that amount, unfortunately for them, they're starting from the wrong side of how they should look at it. And the reason is that they approach hair transplantation with a Scrooge mentality. What is that? On Scrouts.gr, there are, when you are comparing identical products, meaning the exact same product, and you look at the price in different shops, it is easy to judge based on price alone. However, in the case of hair transplantation, the product is not actually the same, so it is not appropriate to judge only by price, and you should make sure you know exactly what the product or service truly is. The budget part, however, should be considered from a different perspective. There are actually two types of budgets that I have realized people tend to have. One budget is the one they're willing to risk just in case it works out for them. And the second budget is the one they actually give and are truly willing to give, even willing to borrow, if that's what it takes to solve their problem once and for all. So the first question you should answer wherever you're watching this video, and if you're interested in a hair transplant, is which budget are you interested in? The budget that you are comfortable risking, or the budget that you are fully committed to, even if it means stretching your resources to make sure you get the best possible outcome. If you are willing to take a risk, like you're betting, on two football teams, just in case it works out for you, or the one you're willing to give in order to solve your problem once and for all, then listen. Because what I offer is the second one. I will solve your problem permanently with one, most of the time, or at most two surgeries, if it's a very large empty area like mine was, where I needed 4. Nevertheless, my problem, as you can see, was solved. And that's exactly what I offer to people. I offer a permanent solution to their problem. Unlike many other cases where, let's say, many who go to Turkey and they tell you, okay, man, it's 1,000, it's 1,500 euros, it's 500 euros. I don't even know what here in Greece with some offers they make. I'll go get a transplant and if it works out. Well, guess what? It will simply never work out. It's exactly on this particular part of male risk and our natural gambling side where so many clinics and advertisers bet right there, hoping that you'll go and do something, thinking maybe it might work out. And then, after all that, they act like the big shot. The truth is, it will never work out. I have had thousands of patients who have come to me after having gone and done a transplant, which they knew wouldn't be at the level I offer, and yet they went because it was the best little price. And what happened in the end? They got burned and are ashamed to look at themselves in the mirror, unfortunately, and they come here just in case I can fix it for them. Fortunately, most of the time, I can fix it. So, to summarize, approaching a hair transplant with cost criteria is something in which that is what all those who sell low-value services at a low cost rely on. They target exactly that. I would suggest you don't become one of them. I would suggest you look at the value and make sure to see what cost you can afford for that value. Because what matters is when you have the transplant and after a few months, 6, 8, 12 months, the hair has grown. How much is it worth to you to look in the mirror and say, I made a good choice, what great hair? And conversely, think about how much it will cost you to look in the mirror and say, what a stupid thing I did, trusting so-and-so or such and such clinic just because they tempted me with some offer or some cheap price.